crying emojis in the chat. Oh my lord, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And my lord, folks, there's been so much occurring in the vortex or in the snortex the last several days, from Phil's outrageous interview with Review Tech USA where he called himself the King Snake, from just the nonsense, the funny, the hilarities, everything that occurred last week, all the way up through Friday, where, of course, Kino Casino and It's a Gundam felted our boy Phil. That's right. And his stream got stream sniped. It was just great. It was great. And, if you're watching any of the content this weekend or you're catching up, there's so much out there. It's a lot to take in. I know. Last week was just the pinnacle of great content. It was. There's so much to absorb. But anyway, whenever something bad happens to Phil, he has to cope. And you guys know that, for some people, coping, when things are going bad, coping, for some people, they get into their work, like they just jump headfirst into the work. They work out. Maybe they get into their hobbies just to kind of get their mind off of things. Some people do more destructive things like alcohol and illicit drugs and so on. You guys know. But it seems like Phil's coping mechanism is WWE champion. That's right. And this weekend was no different. Dating back to March 22nd, which so interesting was the Friday during the Kino Feltoning and with It's a Gundam, our boy Phil was out here pulling those Hogans. He was stress pooling. He definitely was. And you could just clearly tell whenever he's stressed out, it's almost like his security blanket. And he went out and he spent almost $1,000. Almost $1,000 in one night trying to get CM Punk. I believe that's what he was trying to get. And, sadly for our boy Phil, it only got him to 54th place. That's right. It only got him to 54th place. I guess he didn't have enough money to get up to 4th place. Things have been tight for Phil. He hasn't been hitting the goals like he previously was. Friday was extremely bad for him. I mean, all the way back to Tuesday after that mess of a interview with Review Tech USA. The support has just not been at the level it's been for the last 8 months. So it still doesn't matter though. Phil's going to pinch some pennies and find a way to spend them on WWE champions. And he did it here, folks. Whew. $969 on a CM Punk card. I'm guessing it was a card. It was a card or a coin. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's a card. I believe it's a card. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's see here. Recruit CM Punk, voice of the voiceless, to access an exclusive limited time tour this weekend. Recruit or increase. Okay, all right, yeah, whatever. I get a headache when I read those descriptions of what you're actually pulling for, because it's just one big waste of money. Everything there is just a big waste of money. There's so many more productive things that you can be doing with your money. I mean, even more productive vices that are out there that you can spend your money on versus mobile games. And we know, folks, it came out that this isn't the only mobile game that he's spending money on. He's spending money on probably 3 or 4 other games, which we haven't been able to figure out what those totals are, how much he spends in it. I'm pretty sure that'll eventually come out. Someone will snitch on him, or some of his data will get released. And then we'll find out exactly how many thousands and thousands of dollars he's wasted on those other mobile games. But that's some crazy shit, man. It's some crazy stuff when someone that makes $120,000 can spend nearly a third of it on a mobile game. And that's what he did last year. Last year he made $120,000 roughly, and he spent $42,000 on WWE Champion. That's almost a third of your income on a mobile game. And then of course he wonders why he can't pay his bills. Maybe Phil, if you didn't waste your money on sweaty JPEGs, you have enough money to pay your bills. But anyway, that's right, folks. He was stress pooling here because the feltoning was occurring with Kino and It's a Gundam. and it was glorious. And by the way, I'm going to be streaming today at 10:30. We're going to be going through those videos, and of course, laughing at Phil. They were just great. That podcast with This the Gundam went 5 hours. Good Jesus, 5 hours, and it was just glorious. It was great, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I saw every second of it and thought it was just great and wonderful. But anyway, like I said, let's look at the grand totals here, folks. So for 2025, our boy Phil has managed to waste $10,133 on WW Champion, and we're not even to the end of March yet. So not even 3 months yet. 2 weeks and 2 months and 3 weeks. We're wasted $10,133. So if you want to take it to the extent of 3 months, we're talking about $3,300 a month. Dude, I know people that don't even make $3,300 a month. Like, that would be a monthly salary for them and then some. And you got this man just frivolously throwing the money away like this. Good God. And like we reported in February, he wasted $4,911. And then in March so far, he's wasted $2,926. So, now that I think he's getting paid by Kick every week, I think that's what he stated. Now that he's partly affiliated now, he gets paid weekly. You know these totals are gonna go up. Every week he's gonna be pulling those Hogans, and it's gonna be like 1,000, 1,500 every goddamn week. No lie. I can't wait to keep tracking this spending because it's just gonna be chef's kiss. And by the way, shout out to TJ Gamebox. He's the one who reports this out. He's still reporting this even after last year's documentary with June the King. I know Phil would like to tell people that no one cares and it doesn't matter and no one pays attention. Sorry, Phil. People still pay attention. People want to know how ridiculous you are. People want to know exactly how much you're wasting your money on. And of course, I keep reporting these videos because I want any new person to the Vortex, Snortex, that's willing to give Phil an opportunity. I want them to know exactly who they're supporting. They're supporting a man who has an addiction to sweaty JPEGs and will take your money that you give him that you think will go to be paying bills and his wife's medical bills and all this nonsense, right? All these lies. He's spending it on sweaty Hogans. So maybe, just maybe, you'll think twice on dropping some cash on this loser. Because your money, you might as well just send the check to Scopely. Just write a check out and send it to Scopely, because all the cents you're gonna give Phil, all those super chats, they're gonna go straight to Scopely. Phil won't see a dollar. His wife won't see a dollar. They won't go to medical expenses. Poor Jasper won't get his blood work. Nothing will happen except the richening of Scopely. That's the only thing that's going to happen here. So pathetic. Anyway, folks, if there's any more spending, I'll let you know. But so far this year, $10,133. And this weekend alone was almost $1,000 when he decided to stress pool after Kino felted his ass on Friday. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.